Today we begin work on Mornington's final district. Good morning and welcome to MorningCraft. Grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's begin. So it's time to begin work on our final district. So you can see me here burning back all of the trees that are already there. And it's not so easy to see now, but the piece of land closest to you is actually an island, and that's going to be the centre point of our new district, and also final district. This is really an accompaniment to the huge market hall. On the island, we're going to be building a giant fortress built specifically for airships. And this is going to be a projection of power across the continent. It's going to have capacity for dozens of airships. And we're going to build a whole bunch of new builds in this area leading up to the fort. You can see I've outlined a rough area where the bridge is going to go. And then you can see me taking down all of these birch trees. And since this is our final district, I'm going to be emptying out all of my materials onto these next few builds. I'm aiming to empty out everything in my chests and bring out everything that Mornington has to offer for these final builds. And with the birch trees removed, hopefully you can see the island a little bit better. But first, we're going to need to terraform it. I do like the jagged natural shapes, but I do want this river to be a little bit wider and the land to be a little bit more suitable for building a fortress. I rounded out all the edges into diagonal and straight lines. And this took a while, but it's definitely worth doing. You can see we have a smaller island next to our main one, so I made 2 parallel diagonal lines, and then I evened out that outcrop to be more rectangular. I did a little bit of work filling in holes here and there to make sure that there'd be no pitfalls when I began building. And you can also see me fleshing out this tiny little island into something a little bit more usable. Now, seeing as this is our final district, you're probably wondering what comes next. And I've got a few things lined up for that. Certainly not stopping, but changing gears a little bit. All of those plans will be revealed in the next 6 episodes, including this one, so it should come together pretty quickly over the next 2 weeks as to where we're going next in this series. But as you can see, I've now evened out the terrain.
Here it comes. Looks to be in bad shape.
It should still fly to the heap and back. We'll get going as soon as it touches down.
Judge Taterson, you were specifically ordered against these actions. As such, you are under arrest.
I accept my punishment, whatever it may be. I have acted dutifully to protect our home.
Bring him.
The swordfish hurtled towards the heap as fast as it
We're not
could.
far now.
Chapman, I'm truly sorry for betraying your trust. Just know I only wanted to keep our home safe.
I'm sorry we came to blows on this, Taterson. There will have to be consequences for this, but I understand your heart beats along with ours.
Hearts beating in tandem? What could you possibly know of that boy? This old fool has kept me from my vengeance. I shared a heart once boy, and Bloodroot tore it asunder. They say salt spices a wound. My blood is the salt of the sea. Now I am a ventricle alone, dancing to a beat I will never know again. The thrash of the waves is the closest I can come to a heartbeat.
So we're here on some revenge mission from your past.
Hardly seems a wise overextension.
You two seem to beat in tandem, although this old fool apparently shares some sun-worshipping heart with the pair of you. So if you want to see a wise overextension, I can place my sword against the traitor's neck.
Please,
Put the sword
I can still
down.
be of service to you. Reiner and I handled a cartel only last week. I can return to being a humble judge, an attorney even. Please do not do this. I was only trying to help.
Ah, now you understand. You could have saved him, but you didn't. You just stood there. like the reasonable man you are. I lost my Amelie, and nothing will stand in the way of my revenge. Bloodroot is within my grasp. Once we land, I will have my vengeance. If you get in my way, I will cut you down.
Would your Amelie want you to backstab people like this?
He was a traitor. Stay out of my way and your oceans will still be safe.
And now I begin construction on our new fortress, the Dawn Zephyrium. This is going to be home to dozens of airships, with them docking, coming in, bringing in resources, or maybe carrying soldiers out. This fortress will be the foundation for the future of Veralda. You can really see me here emptying out every single bit of stone, andesite, stone brick, cobblestone, pretty much everything I've got to bring this into fruition. With each consecutive layer, I shaved a little bit off the perimeter to build this amazing tiered design. So it's time to go over a couple comments from the previous episode. Sleepiest Panda picked up on how ominous that end of episode quote was. The Desolator says that the new engineering building is going to need some machinery. And Rainer Zufel is looking forward to the final district. Thank you all for taking the time to leave a comment. And now with the comments addressed, I'm sure you can see this tiered fort coming together. I do carve holes into the side of some of these areas so that airships can dock into specific bays. And on top, we have a parking area for the swordfish. As you can see, it's not big enough for the swordfish to park, so the physics goes absolutely mental and just sort of flips over. And then eventually, it does park itself in the wrong direction. So yeah, I need to fix that. And there we have it. It's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have the most amazing day. In the next episode, we're going to be working on a beautiful library. So I hope to see you there, but if I don't, I'm going to leave you with this daily quote. Here we go.